Okay, let's go again. Peksi. I'll play French defense, maybe. Oh, what is this? Only f4. Interesting. I'll try and just take over that f5 square. And maybe play h5, c5, knight c6. Try and use this diagonal. Okay, I'll take with the g pawn maybe. If he wants to take that. Do I double the pawns? Possibly. I'll just ignore that. I think I'll just ignore that. I like my dark square bishop. I suppose he takes and then plays d4. No? Can I play d4 here myself? Or okay, now it gets interesting. I'm not really sure. What am I doing here? What's the plan? That looks like a reasonable move, just to be able to castle potentially. Now, what about this diagonal b5 as a pawn sack, or c4? c4 might be something for b5. I think I'll try that, so I can have the en passant option if later d4. So b5 gaining space, and then queen b6. We pressure on that diagonal. If he wants to take, maybe that g file's good. b5, queen b6, a5 later. Okay, what about b4 here? Interesting. Looks like a dangerous gain of space actually. If I can get in b3, that looks pretty impressive for space. That pawn could be useful in an endgame. Even though I've sort of released the tension, which is a bad thing sometimes. But that's like an endgame asset, surely. And also this bishop's not brilliant at the moment. Is he going to resourcefully get out of this? Trying to keep d5 intact. Right, there we go. Okay. Bishop c5 here for queen b6. Doesn't really do much. cd for queen b6 and then bishop a6. I mean that's more attractive. Just play for bishop a6 here. Also there's the option of bishop c5. So bishop a6 coming up. Maybe f4 is inspired by Nakamura against Serwan in the US Championship. Worked out very well in that game, but in general I think it's a bit of a risk. Bishop c5 here, just asking him what to do about the knight, surely. Rook e1. Maybe okay, maybe h4 now for h3, trying to get this diagonal a bit weakened. Mind you, c4. Okay, I'll castle here. Can I d4 this position or anything better? Would you want to g3? How to concretely improve the position? Maybe d4. I'll try. Maybe this diagonal is good for g2, and in fact, that could be a very interesting idea. Just to get onto g2. So bishop b7 and rook g8. So I want to get in. After king b8, I want to get in rook g8. Mind you, knight c4 is tactically available. Okay, so if I play rook g8 here, the check, king b8, I think that's some uncomfortable pressure on g2. Mind you, a5 could be a nuisance. What to do on a5? Queen a6? Maybe that was the idea. He's covering. On queen c6, there's rook c1. And there's bishop c3 there. This knight's protecting g2. I mean, time to stop a5 from white. Okay. It doesn't matter about queen b5. Surely I just play king b8. He exchanges. Okay, or just no, bishop e3. Just bishop e3. Right, queen a6 or queen. In fact, if I get rook and knight, and bishop e3, there's rook g2. That's devastating. After rook g1, I just take it and rook g2 after. So can I not just get rook and knight for queen here with bishop g1? In fact, that's check.
Check.
I'll do it. So queen c6 here. In fact, I can just take and then rook g2. Isn't that a disaster? Because of rook g2.
Check.
Because actually, or not, as the case may be. Am I to exchange up? No, I've got rook d4. He's got b3. Why did I do that? Muppets. What about bishop g2? Is that an improvement? Right, I think I have to go in for this. Right, what about rook d3 to b3 or b3 threatening rook d4? Bishop a5, rook d4. I'll try and get f4. It's a bit murky. Why did I go in for this? It wasn't needed. Okay, so knight d6, rook a4, trying to get into a2. Try and get f4. This pawn could be still quite dangerous. Okay, if I take on a4 here, then take on f4, he plays bishop d2. Right, he's giving me this one as well. Might as well take them. If knight f7, rook c4 threatening rook c3. Anything better? So knight d6, rook c3 and b2. He moves. How does he move the bishop? Otherwise there's rook c2. So this could be a good move, rook c4 for rook c3 for b2. He moves the bishop, rook c... this pawn's dangerous. This pawn's an asset here, and he's running out of time. So what does he do here? Knight d6, rook c3. Bishop moves rook c2. I think it could be all over again. But that was a faulty combination. I think I'm not sure that combination was that hot. Okay. Anyway, this does seem hopeless. He's resigned here. Yep. This is probably this. I don't think it's that hot. This line, this f4 line, but maybe Nakamura's encouraging people to play this. But he's a tactical genius. That's the thing, and he can justify all sorts of openings. So even though he crushed So and that, which is on this channel, I don't think f4 is one of the better lines. But here, what happened then? So he kind of blundered somewhere with knight c4. Now here, just what I played was quite forcing. Actually, it does seem to leave white in a difficult endgame. If you look at other alternatives here, queen g1 is quite interesting in that this is quite dangerous, maybe because f4 and a4 are vulnerable after b3 for rook d4.
Check.
So rook d4 now the threat. Bishop e3, and then white should be okay, maybe. Rook c8, so c2 though, rook c8. Probably this shouldn't work. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.